Day 5, August 18th, 2016. Had a good camp last night and slept warm, well rested after a long day yesterday. Now ready to boogie on out and head up to Deadhorse Lake. From there we'll go over Deadhorse Pass, drop down to Rock Creek Basin, and if we're lucky we'll get over Rocky Sea Pass later this evening and make camp Pigeon Milk Springs in that area. It'll be another good day hopefully. Weather's looking good and ready to roll. Here we go. This is what I call the high Uinta spare hang method. Okay, so yesterday morning we left our camp here at North Star Lake, worked our way up Porcupine Pass here. I did Wilson Peak right here, met the other guys back at the pass, and we all went all the way down through this drainage, all the way around Mount Lavinia, did our weather break. Right here is where we got hit with weather, and then when that cleared up, we went up and over Red Knot Pass and down to right about here is where we're camped. And so today we're gonna leave our camp here, head up Deadhorse Lake over Deadhorse Pass, and then work our way through Rock Creek Basin up in here. We're gonna try and go up the scenic route, even though it adds a couple extra miles. Go check out Helen Lake and Lightning Lake and all that, and then drop down one of these trails, either down past Lightning Lake here through the middle, or come around the bench and then reconnect with the Highline Trail. And then hopefully, with weather permitting, we'll get over Rocky Sea Pass and make our final camp right here around Pigeon Milk Springs in that area, so that we can have a short, easy day tomorrow back to the car and get back home to our families a little bit earlier in the day. So we'll see how it goes. Here we go, Deadhorse Lake, just up that hill.
Sunday. Started White Rock over by Fox Lake. Over that? Yep. Fun. Heading up. Be careful. You guys going over it? Back through Buck Pasture.
Alright, here's Deadhorse Lake. Should get bluer the higher up we get. And there's Deadhorse Pass, the big one we've been waiting for. Hopefully it's not as hard as it looks. Told you it gets bluer. Yeah! That wasn't so bad. Woo! Wow, there's Rock Creek.
Woo, this shirt is cold.
Deadhorse Pass, check. Alright, we're about ready to drop off the rest of Deadhorse Pass here. There's Deadhorse Lake, obviously. Over that ridge is Alsop Lake. And these are the Alsop Peaks ridge there. We came over Red Knob Pass here last night, which is right there. There's Red Knob right there. And then swung around and camped right there in those trees last night. And now it's time to get off the ridge here and head on down to Rock Creek Basin. Alright, we just left the Highline Trail for a little bit of a detour. Should be a more scenic detour, we hope. So we can go check out Helen Lake and Lightning Lake and all the upper lakes of Rock Creek Basin that we heard so much about. So hopefully we're not disappointed. It's a higher route than the Highline, that's for sure. There's Osler Peak straight ahead. Weather got us. Thought we were gonna get out of today without any rain, but Uintas are doing their thing. Let's see how long this one lasts today. Getting a little bit of hail for the first time this week. After waiting it out for over a half hour, I think the worst of it's over us, and we're gonna keep working our way over to Helen Lake for some lunch. Well, not every trip can be perfect. On the second day, I left my trekking poles down at a stream we got some water from and had to go back a quarter mile to retrieve those. Today, we got about a little over a mile from where we took our break in the weather as we waited out the storm, only to find out that I'd didn't have my sunglasses with me, some prescription Oakleys. Best not to leave those behind. So, had to go over a mile to find them, but I got them. So, this little rope thing, this paracord holder, somehow came undone because I had them around my neck, and somehow when we got up to go, it came undone and must have fell out underneath my poncho where I didn't see it. And so yeah, anyways, I'm happy to have them. Working my way back now, and all's well that ends well. Back with the guys now and just finished lunch, and they've had to wait on me a lot this trip, right? But we're gonna go to Helen Lake and Lightning Lake just around the corner here. For real now. Here's Helen Lake. Here's Lightning Lake. It'd be nice to go up on the high route and the high bench and see Rosley Lake and all that up there, but you know, the weather's not, again, the skies aren't clear yet, so the colors aren't the greatest against the cliffs, and it's getting on in the afternoon, so we're going to take the shorter route and cut around Lightning Lake and over Ouray Lake and over around Black Lake, and then reconnect with the High Line down that way. So here we go. Rocky Sea Pass, we're coming for you. On we go. I think other people I know have camped down here in Black Lake, but we're gonna make it a 2-pass day. All right, we've just rejoined the official Highline Trail after coming around Upper Rock Creek Basin, and now we're on to Rocky Sea Pass, coming up just ahead. There it is. There's the last pass of the trip, Rocky Sea Pass. We're just at the base of it and bracing for the last big push up. And then it's pretty mellow and for the rest of the day tomorrow. We're not just going the extra mile today, we're going an extra 3, maybe 4 miles to get up and over this thing. We did not originally plan to camp over on the other side. We planned to camp back behind us, but we're eager to get back to our families tomorrow. We got work commitments this weekend, Adam and I both, so we want to make sure we're good and close to the car tomorrow to get home early and get some rest. And I'll have to come back to Rock Creek Basin some other time and spend a couple nights in here to get to know it a little bit better and do some fishing and whatnot. Alright, up the pass we go. Well, we're just about to the top of Rocky Sea Pass here. That's where we came over this morning. We came all the way through all this and up to here. Time to go over now. Bye bye, Rock Creek Basin. We're up on top of Rocky Sea Pass looking west now, and Mount Timpanogos is straight in front of us out there. Not sure if it's turning out here or not, but that's a familiar sight. Pretty much descended Rocky Sea Pass now. We're down in the trees and we've probably got a mile or so, give or take a bit, to get down to Pigeon Milk Springs and the area we want to camp in for tonight. But the trail's going a lot better now. It's not nearly as rocky. They ain't lying when they call that Rocky Sea Pass. Here we are at Pigeon Milk Springs. Kind of milky looking. Well, here's our camp. The one we wanted was already occupied near Pigeon Milk Springs, so we pushed on a little further and found our way to Olga Lake here and found a suitable spot. It'll have to do. Last night of the trip. Get to go home tomorrow. We went 16 miles today, and we did about, what was it, 13,000 feet of gain? 13,000 feet of gain, about 12,000 feet of loss, for what that's worth. But 16 miles in today with the packs on, probably about 6 to 7 miles out tomorrow. So really easy miles. We'll be out of here quick tomorrow. After 2 really long days of hiking, it feels so good to just sit down and put my feet into some cold lake water. Amazing sunset from our camp tonight. To the grand finale dinner for you guys.
Freeze-dried beef stroganoff with noodles.
Woo!
See, it's supposed to be 2.5 servings. Oh. So you get a 1/4 serving extra each.
And for me, I've got repackaged Mountain House biscotti.
Another long day. Deadhorse Pass was pretty cool. Getting over there, looking down into Deadhorse Lake. That was probably the most scenic area in the Uintas.
I concur. I really like the other side of Deadhorse Pass, looking down into Rock Creek Basin. Also really liked finally finding a campsite and getting to sit down and take off my pack.
I really liked Deadhorse Pass like the other guys. It was hard to get up it, but it was awesome once we were up there. Sweet views both directions, and Deadhorse Lake itself is pretty cool, really blue. And then Rock Creek Basin was kind of underwhelming because we were expecting a lot based on some friends and acquaintances that have been up there and talked about how amazing it was, but with the weather being so gloomy and overcast and the storm we got hit with, it wasn't as pretty and as beautiful as what we had come through the previous days. So I'll have to come back up another time and check it out when weather's better, and maybe in mid-July when things are greener in Rock Creek, because it was pretty brown up there. One other thing I liked about this camp, it was disappointing to find the spot near Pigeon Milk Springs occupied, but the site we're at now turned out really awesome because there was amazing sunset with some great reflections in the lake over here. So Olga Lake had an awesome reflection of the sunset, so I think it was worth it to miss out on the Pigeon Milk Spring camp and find this one instead. And yeah, it's way peaceful and quiet here, and in theory we're that much closer to the trailhead for tomorrow. So that concludes day 5. Did we get that on camera?
Hope so.
Nice trip.